You thought working a 9 to 5 would trap you. Routine, repetition, a life on autopilot. But it's the exact opposite. Because the moment you start, you realize something small. You finally know what tomorrow looks like. And that changes everything. Because before this, nothing was stable. And stability feels different when you've never had it. You thought you wanted freedom, but what you actually needed was certainty. You don't realize that yet. That comes later. Your alarm goes off at 7 a.m. You don't hit snooze. You think about it, but you don't, because this is your first real job. You sit up, still tired, but you get up anyway. You check your phone, no messages, just the time, and a quiet reminder you have somewhere to be. You get dressed, same shirt, same shoes. You look in the mirror, you look normal. That's new. You leave the house at the same time, walk the same street, pass the same people. You notice something. Everyone looks half awake. Quiet, almost identical. You get on the train, find a seat or stand. You don't talk. No one does. You scroll your phone. Not because you want to, but because there's nothing else to do. You arrive. Same building, same entrance, same elevator. You step into the office, 9 a.m. You sit down, open your laptop, and just like that, you're working. Emails come in, simple tasks, admin, data entry. Nothing exciting. You expected something more, you don't know what, but not this. You check the time. 9:14 a.m. It feels like an hour. You work, slowly, carefully. You don't want to mess up. You check the time again. 9:31 a.m. Time moves differently here. Slower. Much slower. Lunch comes. 12 p.m. You feel relief. A real kind of relief. You step outside. Sit somewhere. Eat quickly. Scroll again. Then go back. You sit down. Open your laptop. 3:12 p.m. Still hours left. You realize something. You don't control your time anymore, but for the first time, you're getting paid for it. That part feels good, even if everything else feels strange. A few weeks pass. You settle in. You know your tasks. You know your coworkers. You know what to expect. And that changes how you move. You stop thinking about every action. You just follow the routine. Wake up, commute, work, go home. Repeat. It becomes automatic. You don't think. You just do. But something starts to happen. You get home at 6 p.m., you sit down, and suddenly you don't want to do anything. Not because you're busy, but because you're drained. Mentally, you scroll, you watch something. You tell yourself, I'll do something later. You won't, because tomorrow, it starts again. You also notice something else. Time disappears. Monday becomes Thursday, without anything memorable in between. You wake up, and it's already midweek. Then it's Friday. Then suddenly, it's Sunday night. And that feeling hits, quiet but heavy. You're not stressed. Nothing bad is happening, but you feel it. That pressure, that anticipation. Monday is coming, and you can't stop it. That's new. You didn't feel that before because before, there was no structure to anticipate. Now there is. And your body reacts to it, even if your mind doesn't fully understand why. Months pass. You understand it now. This isn't hard. It's consistent. That's the job. Consistency. Same hours, same structure, same expectations. You realize something important. You always know when you're done. 5 p.m. That's it. No guessing. No uncertainty. No wondering if you've done enough. You close your laptop, and you're done. Physically, mentally, not always, but physically. And that matters because before, work never ended. If you were freelancing or trying to build something online, you were always thinking, always checking, always refreshing, always behind. You'd wake up and check something. Before even getting out of bed, you'd go to sleep thinking about what you didn't finish. There was no line, no boundary, no clear end. Here, there is. And that changes how your brain works. More than you expected. You also notice your money. It's predictable. Every 2 weeks, same amount. You don't guess. You don't hope. You don't wait. That removes something invisible. Stress. The quiet kind. The kind you don't notice. Until it's gone. You start planning. Small things. Bills. Savings. Maybe even something extra. You relax a little because uncertainty is gone. You start comparing your life now versus before. Before, you had freedom, technically. You could wake up anytime, work anytime, do anything, but you didn't because nothing was structured, nothing was guaranteed. You worked late nights, random hours, trying to build something, trying to make it work. Sometimes it did, sometimes it didn't. Most of the time, it didn't. And that uncertainty stayed with you all the time. Now, you trade time, but you gain predictability, you gain routine, you gain income you can rely on, and that creates something unexpected. Peace. Not excitement, not passion, but peace. And peace feels different. It's quieter, less obvious, but stronger. Because no one talks about this part. They talk about escaping the 9 to 5. They talk about freedom, flexibility, working for yourself. But they don't talk about what comes after. The inconsistency, the pressure, the constant need to perform, the fear of things not working. Here, things already work. That's the difference. A year passes. You're faster now, more efficient, less overwhelmed. The job hasn't changed. You have. You stop watching the clock as much. You stop counting hours. You just move through the day, and something interesting happens. Your evenings feel clearer because your brain isn't overloaded. You're not constantly thinking about work. You're done at 5. You can actually plan things. Gym, dinner, rest. And sometimes you follow through. That didn't happen before because before, there was always something pending, something unfinished, something uncertain. Now, there's an end every day, and that creates space, real space. You also notice something subtle. You're less anxious, not because life is perfect, but because it's predictable. You don't wake up wondering what will happen. You already know, and that reduces mental load. More than you expected. You thought this would feel like a trap, but it doesn't. It feels like a system, and systems are stable. You're not guessing anymore. You're not chasing constantly. You're not reacting to chaos. You're moving through something structured, and structure creates clarity. You realize something important. You're not stuck. You're stable. And those are different. Because from stability, you can build. Slowly, consistently, without pressure, without urgency, without panic. That's the part no one explains. You're sitting at your desk. It's quiet. Midday, nothing urgent, nothing stressful, just work. You look around, people focused, calm, routine. You think back to when you were afraid of this, afraid of being stuck, afraid of wasting time, afraid of becoming average. And now you see it differently. This isn't the end. It's a foundation. And foundations aren't exciting, but they're necessary. Because without one, everything else collapses. You leave work, 5:03 p.m., same street, same train, same routine. But it feels different because now you understand it. This isn't a prison. It's structure, it's stability, it's predictability. And for the first time, that feels better than chasing something uncertain. You thought this would limit your life, but instead, it gave you something you didn't have before. A baseline. And once you have that, everything else becomes easier.